Hello, and welcome to my presentation on why you should use Bitcoin to shop online. This is a public service announcement by me, Abhishek Agarwal. And in this public service announcement, I will teach you what Bitcoin is and how it can be used and what are the advantages of it over any other type of shopping. So, you may be wondering, what actually is Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is the first decentralized peer-to-peer payment network that is powered by its users with no central authority or middleman. It was a new currency introduced in 2009. Bitcoin was created in January of 2009 by a person with the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto. Although he is no longer active, he created the first Genius block and purchased the first pizza with Bitcoin in May 2010, proving that it could be used to buy things. Then, in December 2010, Bitcoin was still valued at less than $1. And in a mere 3 months, in February 2011, Bitcoin reached the same price as the US dollar, trading 1 Bitcoin per 1 US dollar. After that, Bitcoin's price soared up, and the price of it today is worth around $2,000. And there's a reason why Bitcoin was created. It was created to counteract the disadvantages of our current payment system online. The first disadvantage is that our current payment system can be unsecure. Credit card companies are responsible for holding onto your information, and many times they can be hacked and identity theft is common. The second disadvantage is that there are fees to transfer money, whether that be incoming or giving. There are always some fees that are needed when transferring money internationally or domestically. And the third disadvantage is that there always needs to be a middleman, whether that be a bank or someone else, who verifies the transaction. And that bank will always take a cut of the transaction as a fee to actually verify it. And Bitcoin does a lot of things to fix the problems with our current system. The first thing about Bitcoin is that it's secure. Bitcoin uses SHA-256 encryption for both its proof-of-work system and transaction verification. The security of the Bitcoin protocol lies in one of its fundamental characteristics, which was created for Bitcoin itself, the transaction blockchain. The blockchain is an incorruptible digital ledger of economic transactions that can be programmed to record not just financial transactions, but virtually everything of value. So to get rid of the middleman, blockchain records every single transaction on every single node or computer which is in the system. This allows each node to update many times, which means there can be no double spending because all users monitor all transactions. This allows all transactions to be verified in the forms of blocks by all other users. The next problem that Bitcoin solves is that it is digital and decentralized. This allows Bitcoin to be easily traded from anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world. Also, being decentralized has allowed Bitcoin to flourish. No new coins can ever be created, and only coins can be discovered or mined by miners, which keeps the rate of Bitcoin continuing to increase. Finally, as I mentioned before, there are no banks involved, which means there's no middleman to take part of your transaction to verify it. It is verified by the whole community. Therefore, you don't have to pay extra or have to lose money from your transaction. There are also many added advantages of Bitcoin. One of those added advantages is that it keeps your anonymity while making transactions. And basically, the way this works is that you have a public key and a private key. Obviously, the private key is for yourself, and the public key can be seen by anyone. And how the Bitcoin transaction actually works is by using both keys in combination to actually make the transaction. Obviously, your private key contains personal information, or can link back to personal information, and that's why it usually is not shared and is kept private. Although Bitcoin is not totally anonymous, it is a much more anonymous way than the current system of paying online. Another advantage of Bitcoin is that it can be mined online by solving complex math problems. To do this, you must download a special mining software, which will allow you to join a mining pool and then therefore be able to mine or solve the complex math problems, which in return you get bitcoins for. And while that's going on, the Bitcoin miners are then used to verify all transactions that are made during that time. So the more miners you have, the more secure the Bitcoin network is. It used to be that miners could mine with their own desktop or laptop computer, but as more Bitcoins were released into the world, the math problems became more complex. This led to miners getting more and more hardware, and now you must have a lot of hardware or a lot of money to mine with the top mining groups. So, how do you get started using Bitcoin? First, you must create an account on a Bitcoin wallet. That will allow you to keep your Bitcoins in a safe place and will provide you with a public and private key. One of the most common Bitcoin wallets is blockchain.info. The next step is to use Coinbase to buy Bitcoins. Coinbase will allow you to trade actual money for Bitcoins, and then you can use those Bitcoins to make other transactions wherever you want to. So all in all, Bitcoin is the way to go, and I believe that you should get started today and stop using old methods to pay for online goods. Thank you for watching my PSA. Goodbye.